welcome to all of you. My name is Sunny Mirchandani. I am delighted to be your host for today's webinar on Bonds Express, which is an India Bonds endeavor. It's an education initiative. We at India Bonds is on the quest to make bond industry more accessible, transparent in India. And one of the ways to do this is by conducting investor education and corporate webinars where we simplify the bond market for you and also engage with some of the most distinguished leaders in the industry. In today's webinar, we interact with the management of Satya MicroCapital Ltd, one of the eminent companies in the field of microfinance in India for rural and semi-urban sectors. Now, without any further ado, let me take the privilege to introduce our esteemed guest, Mr. Vivek Tiwari, who is the MD, CEO, and CIO of Satya MicroCapital Ltd. Good evening, Mr. Tiwari. Welcome for today's webinar.
Good evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for chalking out time for our investors. As a quick introduction to Mr. Tiwari, he holds a postgraduate degree in Rural Development and Management for Institute of Engineering and Rural Technologies, Allahabad. Mr. Tiwari is also a certified professional of concentration in management program from Boulder Microfinance Training, Italy. He is the vice chairperson of Microfinance Institution Network and Association of Microfinance Sector in India. Before Satya, Mr. Tiwari was associated with Saturn Credit Care Network Limited as the Chief Operating Officer. Mr. Tiwari has also been recognized as the Best CEO of the Year by Prime Insights magazine in September 2023 for his contribution in shaping a new paradigm of women empowerment towards microfinance. Mr. Tiwari's achievements extend to being named the most promising business leaders of Asia at the Economic Times Asia Business Leader Conclave hosted by EDH, and also as the most promising entrepreneur of Asia at the Economic Times Asian Business Leader Conclave 2021. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Microfinance industry in India is almost 35 years old. And in India, we have adopted almost Bangladesh model of Grameen Bank model of Bangladesh, which was initiated by Professor Muhammad Yunus years back in 70 to 73 in Bangladesh, especially in Chatgaon and in Bangladesh. Till now means the microcredit industry in India increased to multiple folds and having an outstanding of nearly 20,000 crore. This number is correct. Within 5 years, microfinance industry in India increased multifolds to reach an outstanding of nearly rupees 20,000 crore. As of now, the total industry is almost 4 lakh crores. So the increase, I think there is 1 zero is missing in this number. It is around 2 lakh crore in the growth of the industry. And the Reserve Bank of India has created a separate set of NBFC category in year 2011. And this was NBFC MFI. This was the 7th category in the NBFC category. And after that, it was just post some events in Andhra Pradesh at that particular time, and government has supported the sector. They created a separate set of NBFCs in 2011, and now we are having almost more than 100 plus NBFC MFIs working in the country from December to 2011 onward. Out of that, some 2024 regulated entities are there. It means the banks are there, small finance banks are there, NBFC MFIs are there, and SFBs are there. And as a total, we all control almost 4 lakh crore AUM till now. Means I think March numbers are yet to be published, but these numbers are almost 4 lakh crores. As an industry, we have reached almost 766 districts. I think this data need to be checked. I think till now means from my some 633 districts were covered at, and almost 130 districts are still pending. And out of that, some 76% portfolio concentration in rural India and 24% is in urban India. Microfinance also called as a microcredit. Microfinance and microcredit, it has a very basic difference. Microcredit is just lending to the customers, and microfinance is microfinance. It is about credit, saving, remittance, And insurance, a basket of all. Out of that, Indian microfinance companies, we are dealing with lending to the customers is mostly the microcredit program. But because our customers are also they purchase some insurance coverages from the different insurance companies. So that's why we call it microfinance program. The loan industry, as I told, it is around 4 lakh crores. The total active accounts are almost 15 crore, and the active borrowers are almost 7.5 crores. It means the average loan per customer in India is almost 2. Means there may be exposure from the same company, or there may be exposure from more than one companies on the same borrower. That is the penetration in India till now. We can say that the total potential penetrated market in India is out of, we are having some 30 crore households in India. And out of that, 2/3, they are closer to microfinance network. I think we can assume some 18 to 20 crore households. They are closer to 3 lakh rupees annual income criteria level. And till now, as a sector, we have covered almost some 40% landmark till now. Means out of some 18 to 19 crore potential households, we have covered some 7.5 crore yet. Let's move to the next slide, please. We can see the year on year, the growth of the microfinance, and I think post 2011, when the sector was regulated by Reserve Bank of India under a separate category, it was NBFC MFI's category. We have seen tremendous growth in the sector. And if you compare the growth of the sector from March 2019, it was almost 1.8 lakh crores. From there, we have grown to almost 4 lakh crores till December 2023. It is almost more than 2 lakh crores growth is there in 5 years, almost 5 years time span. The unique borrowers are increasing continuously. There was a deregulation in the microfinance rules in March 2022. And based on these deregulations, I think you can say a unique, similar rules are there for NBFCs, MFIs, and banks if they are lending to customers which are having the annual income of closer to less than 3 lakh rupees in a year. And after March 2022, we can see a significant jump in terms of unique borrowers additions in the sector. There were almost 6 crores till March 2022. And as of now, it is almost 7.5 crores. We have seen almost 1.5 crore additional customer growth in last 2 years. And that means it was the first time in a 2 years time span. We have seen a tremendous growth in unique customers. Our new to credit customers were added in the sector. We can move to the next slide, please. We have seen a growth in the NBFC MFI portfolio from year-on-year basis. If we compare December 22 to December 23 numbers, because March numbers are still not published. I think it will be available in next couple of weeks, I think couple of days. So we have seen 26% growth in the microfinance NBFC MFI portfolios, where banks have seen a growth of almost 17%. SFBs, they have grown by 35%, and NBFCs, they have grown almost 32%. Out of that, means NBFC MFIs, we have grown almost 27% in last 1 year, means from December 23 to December 22 to December 23. So that is growth among the 4 types of regulated entities in India, basically NBFCs, NBFC MFIs, SFBs, banks, and NBFC MFIs. So in these 4 categories, the growth in the banks were almost 17%, and after that it was NBFC MFIs. But if you compare the similar data 1 year before, the NBFC MFIs growth was comparatively higher than SFBs and banks. So that is one thing. And on the other side, we have seen significant deep rural penetration in last 2 years after the deregulation and after this after the new norms. And out of entire microfinance portfolio, the microfinance companies, they contribute the largest chunk of the microfinance business in out of these all four regulated entities. NBFC MFIs, we are having almost 39% is share in entire four categories of regulated entities after banks and SFBs and then NBFCs. So that is there. Earlier, it was the bank share was higher and by NBFC MFI share was lower, but after deregulation, it has increased, and now the NBFC MFIs are number one and banks are number two. We can move to the next slide, please. About Satya, means we are having almost 600 branches. We are covering almost 55,000 villages as of now, and some 25. We have covered 25 states, starting from Jammu Kashmir to Kerala to Assam, and having a customer base of almost 17 lakhs. We set up this company with the vision of reaching 5 million households by 2025 December. But because of COVID, we are delayed by almost 2 years in our plans. But we are optimistic that we are moving in the right direction. And next 2 years, we will be able to achieve, in place of December 24, it will be some December 26, we will be achieving that 5 million households landmark. We were the new age microfinance company. One of the youngest one started our journey post demonetization. And whatever we have achieved till now, it can be considered as one of the most qualitative and fastest growth in the sector in the entire history of microfinance of 30-35 years. And the basic reason behind comparatively better growth and better balance in the quality and growth in the sector may be experience of the team and management, maturity of the industry, and also adaptation of new technologies in our processes in our day-to-day life. The doorstep financial services are there. We are certified by Great Place to Work 2 times in a row. This is the 3rd year again. On the client protection side, we are gold certified. That is something means we want to share another credible achievement for the company. ESG-centric corporate strategy is there, and we are very much focused on the transparency and governance and compliances at Satya level. The numbers are there, means 25 states, 590 branches, 7,000 plus employees, having a loan customers almost 17 lakh plus. We have disbursed almost 15,000 crore till now, means from our journey till date, and having a loan outstanding of almost 6,000 crores. Out of that, some 83% book is own book and some 17% book is off book. It is coming through the direct assignments and that. We started our operations, microfinance operations. I think it was just before the demonetization, and on 1st November 2016, we disbursed our first loan, and 7th day we faced the demonetization, and that year the entire processes were on hold for almost 2 months, and from 1st January 17, actually we started our operational journey, and we were the first company. We focused on digital disbursement and digital collections from day one, and being as a startup, being as a new, I think it was easier for us to navigate that. And as of now, means we are having 100% digital disbursements and almost 90 to 93% digital collections. When I say digital collections, it is some 50% collections are coming from the customer account to Satya account directly through the QR codes of, we have given a unique QR code to each and every customer, and that is being utilized or through different methods. Earlier it was Paytm and all other channels were there, but remaining 40%, we have mapped each and every group with the nearest CSP point of the bank, and they use these channels, they deposit their cash at these points, and within 1 hour or 1.5 hours of the center meetings, entire cash is digitized. So it is almost 90 to 93% of our entire collections that is there. It is being digitized, and at the end of the day, I think we are one of the companies who are having lowest cash in hand in our system. The We were lucky to enough were able to attract immediate institutional investors within 8-9 months of our journey, and we have achieved 100 crore disbursements in just 10 months of the establishment. That may be another remarkable milestone at that particular time, and within 10 months achieving a 100 crore disbursement and having one investor, especially Diya Vikas at that particular time, that was there. And this is the only company, I think, where we were able to give the exit to our first investors as a reasonably good returns almost 2.5 years before. In less than 4 years, we have given the exit to them. That is there. After that, we are having another institutional investor from Japan, that is Gojo and Company. And they are having JICA and other Full Japan funds and other as their shareholder. So they raise their funds in Tokyo, and they invest in the companies like us all across the globe. We raised our first NCD from the Blue Orchard in 2017 only. And in first 3 months of our journey, we were able to attract 7 lenders at that particular time, and especially the IDFC Bank. I can name the company who have supported as a sub-debt when we were just less than 100 days at that particular time, and it was a capital first. We can, especially this journey was well supported by them at that particular time, and many other companies like Northern Arc and others means at that particular time, and we were the letter, and that is there. We have made some cumulative disbursements of almost 15,000 crores till now. As of now, Satya is having one more subsidiary that is Satya Micro Housing Company, and that company is working in the field of affordable housing finance. And last year was the one full first financial year when we have achieved almost 125 crore AUM in housing finance company, and that is there. We are having one foundation below Satya, that is Satya Shakti Foundation, which has played a wonderful role during the COVID time, where we have distributed significant numbers of medical kits to the needy people in the rural India. We have helped them in the vaccinations at that particular time. And also this company is having the doctor on call facilities at that particular time when everyone was suffering through COVID. It was more than 25 lakh population was benefited by doctor on call facilities on that during that particular time. Till now, we are running some key clinics through that Satya Shakti Foundation. The Satya MicroCapital reach is, I think, we are one of the most diversified microfinance company in the country, and reach in the 25 states in our 6 years of establishment. That is quite significant. And 3 years before, we started our South portfolio, especially Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, and Pondicherry, and almost 12% portfolio is coming from South now. That is there. In terms of our growth and numbers, I think we have grown by almost 70-80% year on year from our establishment, and now we have reached at a certain height, and from here the growth is comparatively balanced, and we are growing with the pace of almost 30-35% year on year. Out of our shareholdings, the 31.6% is held by the promoters, 63% is held by the investors, and employee welfare trust, they hold some 0.6%, and others, especially the retail, family, friends, and relatives, they hold around 4.85%. That is the total shareholding of the Satya.
Sorry, Mr. Tiwari sir, can you throw some light about Gojo and Company?
Yeah, Gojo is a Japanese investor based in Tokyo, and they have invested in 7 countries yet, And out of that, their focus is especially to support the companies who are working at the base of the pyramid, and especially in the impact space. Till now, means we are the only microfinance company in India where they are having their partnership with us. Means they are, and as a company, they are having their long-term vision to support the companies where they have invested. They are long-term and patient investor, and they want to be the company that almost for 8-10 years normally. And they are having JICA, Cool Japan Fund, and many other investors as DS shareholder, and it is promoted by Mr. Tajun Singh and his team into. So they are having a vision to reach almost 50 countries in the next 5 years, and where they, at some point of time, they are creating a people's bank all across the globe. Means that is their thought process. What I've heard from them, but good investor and completely supporting.
Thank you so much, sir.
Investments in debt securities, municipal debt securities, securitized debt instruments are subject to risks including delay and/or default in payment. Read all the offer-related documents carefully.